Old Justice, New World by Danielle Mustafa. Grands, hi, it's Cody, here to take you to the doctor. Are you ready? Cody rushes into his grandma's house yelling to her and talking on the phone. Slamming the door, he continues his phone conversation. Yeah, Saturday night is perfect. I have a way to get into the library and no one will even be thinking about the place but us. We will have plenty of time to get rid of what doesn't deserve to be there with no interference. They will never know what happened. Cameras? Why would you think a library would have cameras? Who do you think is stealing the books, stupid? Look, man, it's too late to back out now. This fight will never end. No, it's men like you, cowards, that words like treason were made for. You either fight for this country or become part of the problem. Man, what? Are you some lefty woke punk now? Your job as an American is to defend our American ways. That starts with the children. They don't need the stuff that they are being taught from those books on that list, and that's why we are burning them up on Saturday night. Are you a protector of the children, or are you one of the groomers? Don't make up excuses for your cowardice now, Blake. Look, man, figure out what side of history you plan to be on, the righteous or the wrong. I'm at my granny's now. Call me back when you get your nuts back in their sack. Cody plopped onto the couch as his grandma was helped from the back of the house by her home health aide, Maricel. Here we are, Mrs. Stewart. Right into your coat to leave, or do you need a rest? Guinea Stewart is slight of build. Osteoporosis has bent her gracefully, but at 84 she is still strong of mind, if weak of body. No, Maricel. Cody is on time today, so he can help me from here. Besides, I want to talk a spell with my grandson. Very well, Mrs. Stewart. Good afternoon, Mr. Stewart. Yeah, Cody says as he looks anywhere but at Maricel, as though she'd been physically struck by his single-word lack of a greeting. She turns back to her charge. Mrs. Stewart, I will go now then. Are you still certain you want to cancel the rest of my time today? You have me until 9 p.m. 5 days a week. It's not yet 2. I'm sure. My daughter will be here tonight, and I have Cody this afternoon. I will be fine. But fetch my walker before you go to enjoy the afternoon off. Maricel goes back to the rear of the small house as Guinea focuses on her grandson. Cody boy, how are you? I haven't seen you in almost a month. Maricel comes back with the walker and tries to hand it to Cody. He stares at her without taking it. She nervously puts it against the wall while looking back at him. Have a good day, Mari. The women smile as Maricel nods and leaves. Boy, what was that? I'm not a boy, Grands. Didn't we talk last month about you getting rid of the gook? I thought it would be gone by now. Cody, what the hell, boy? That is the best home nurse I've had. She will stay as long as she is willing. You will stop being so rude. What is wrong with you? So what, she is Filipino. And? Did she call you a cracker or a thing? Then you button up that foul language right now. She is taking good jobs from real Americans. A white person would take better care of you, Grands. She was born in Boston and has taken a mediocre job to deal with an old woman and her insulting grandson. Heaven help her. Grandma, I don't want to fight. You will be better off with someone, blonder. Should we head out? I don't think Mari's hair color is your problem, Cody. We don't have to leave just yet. The appointment isn't for another hour. Let's catch up. What did I hear you planning when you got here? Having a party at the library? That would be nice. Not a party, Grands. I'm planning to end the assault on the minds of our youth by the library. Guinea considers his words a moment and then shrugs her shoulders. Okay, there are a bunch of books in the library that promote homosexuality, premarital sex, trans crap, and they say that us white people deserve to be punished just for being white. We have gotten a lot of them out of the schools, but the school bans mean nothing at the public libraries. We want to correct the problem by taking them out ourselves. Understand? Guinea, mouth agape, stares at her grandson. Eventually, she finds her words. Who is we? Which books? What do you mean by taking them out? To do what with, Cody? Last year, I joined the local branch of the Patriot Front. I thought we'd just burn them in the parking lot. That's what a church in Tennessee did with the banned books. I figure if we tossed them, some left wokist would just take them back into the library. Burn them? You want to burn books? My daddy fought in World War II, and my grandson wants to burn books? Heaven help me, my progeny has gone the way of Hitler. What's next? You guys planning to purge all the non-whites from the country as well? No. But it would be real nice if you got the gook out of your house like I told you to. You don't tell me to do anything. I refused your suggestion. This is crazy, Cody. Stop it before you get into trouble. There won't be any trouble. History will thank us for standing up for the American way. Look, I have a list of 50 books that are harming our kids. Read this, read it. You will see it's a bunch of filthy trash. He produces a tattered sheet from his pocket and Guinea reads, getting more and more irate the further down the list she gets. Cody? No, this is not a list of filth. Have you read any of these? Why would I read the filth? Tucker Carlson agrees with this list. Sean Hannity agrees with this list. Ben Shapiro agrees with this list. Well, dear, you just listed filth, but this list is not the filth. Look, honey, this one, Killing Mr. Griffin. I bought it for your dad when he was a kid. This one, The Handmaid's Tale. This is a TV show now. Here is Beloved by one of my favorite authors, Toni Morrison. This one here, Sold by Patricia McCormick, while not a favorite of mine, is harmless. Honey, it's about a Nepalese girl sold into slavery. Why destroy the life's work of so many, Cody, especially on the words of others? Read them yourself, then pass judgment. Cody stands, retrieving the walker perched on the wall, and yanks Guinea from the couch by her arm. You're hurting me, son. Okay, look, Grandma. I am fighting to protect you and my mom from what America is becoming. As women, you need to stop questioning me and allow me to complete this mission. You need to heed my warnings and get that girl out of your house. Let her be with her own. Mine will be fine without her. I'm fighting for you, woman, and you seem to be on the side of treason. You are not fighting for me. None of this is of me. This is all just wrong. Cody, you are still hurting me. Let me go, please. Cody did not realize he still had his grandmother by the arm. He did not realize that he was now squeezing that arm out of frustration with her lack of understanding. He is doing this to better America. Why can she not see that? He releases her arm. Grands, let's go. You will be late to the doctor. Patricia, you don't understand. He all but dragged me to the car. He scared me. The whole drive, he kept telling me to mind my own business or else. Or else! What does that mean? He threatened his own grandmother. Ginny and her daughter Patricia are sitting in the kitchen. Patricia washes the after-dinner dishes while Ginny, distraught over Cody's behavior, has spoken of nothing else all night. Mom, threatened me over what? His plan to break the laws of decency because Tucker Carlson told him to do it? Tucker Carlson, what a stupid name. Tucker, stupid name for a stupid man. Mom, or better yet, Benjamin Shapiro. Benjamin Shapiro. A Jewish boy, perfectly fine with a return to Nazi ideals. What has happened to America, Pat? Pat, when did it change to this? Mom, calm down. Mind your blood pressure. Matt has been complaining about this political change in Cody for a few years now. It started when he graduated. Now at 23, he's fully out of pocket. He scares his mom, too. He told his daddy that blacks need to learn their place, and if you can't see that, Dad, then you are part of the problem. Matt called me nearly in tears to ask what he should do. He's too old to send to a Fix My Kid camp, so I had no idea what to tell him. Ginny is flabbergasted. You two told me none of this. We didn't want to worry you. You have so much on your plate, Ma, between the doctor's visits and the osteoporosis, losing Dad, so you didn't tell me because I'm old. I was excluded from helping my family make decisions because I'm old. I'm disappointed in you both. No, all three of you. I'm disappointed in all three of you because I must include Cody, my racist, book-burning, hot-headed grandson, Cody. Patricia tries to talk, presumably to comfort her mother. Ginny raises a hand for silence, sighs, and begins to comb through her memories aloud. Patty, she starts slowly. I was a very little girl when President Truman desegregated the armed forces. That was 1948. I was still a little girl in 54 when the courts decided Brown versus the Board of Education to desegregate the schools. That was actually 5 different cases they rolled into one. I remember the Little Rock Nine proving that job still wasn't done. In 55, I remember when they murdered Emmett Till, and I cried at the pictures in the paper. So much evil, so much pain. Mom, no, I'm not done yet. In 1961, I couldn't just watch the evil of my United States anymore. I needed to effect change. Remember the freedom riders from your history class? I was there, Pat. Your granddad wanted to kill me, but I needed to change my world. 1963's March on Washington, I was there. 65's Bloody Sunday present. I gave the lives of my friends to see this country change, Pat. I gave of myself to see this country change. Remember when you were little and you used to talk about that scar on my leg? Honey, I got that when they attacked us getting on and off the buses as a freedom rider. Have you ever noticed this scar on my arm? A glancing blow from a stick on the Edmund Pettus Bridge in 65. I bled in Selma for the causes I believed in, and my grandson would live to undo them. I have failed. Mom, you never told us any of this. Why? My mom made me promise I would not. She felt it would ensure my kids went off the rails, if you knew. She thought that she was protecting her grandkids. Funny, since I was unable to protect mine. Patricia moves to her mother, taking Guinea's hands into her own. I always knew I had a remarkable mother. I just didn't know how remarkable. I'm sorry I implied you were too old to be helpful. I have a feeling you are the most helpful of us all, and I almost lived my whole life without knowing it. I'm proud of you, Ma. Oh, thank you, Patty. But that's not helping Cody not ruin his life. We have 3 days till his fiasco at the library. I got a criminal record as a Negro ally. But what will he get for his plan? It will likely be so much worse. Ma, I plan to call the police and report it before it happens. Good. That is excellent. But I just got a better idea. And I'm going to need your help. Call Matthew, too. We may as well get his daddy in on this. Dressed in black, 3 different groups totaling 10 people head to the library from different directions. As Cody's group crosses onto the library property, they see signs for a celebration of Banned Book Week. Apparently, they decided to give away free copies of some of the filth on his list. Just as well. Now they won't need to find the crap on the shelves. It should all be in one spot. He really wasn't in a Dewey Decimal System mood anyway. Cody's group is in charge of actually breaking in. The second group is prepping the fire area in the parking lot. The third group is in the trees between the building and the parking lot, ready to cart the books out of the building as quickly as possible. It's all planned. Ready to make history, guys? Let's do this. While doing recon yesterday, Cody unlocked a window near the rear of the building. Just in case they locked it back, he also unlocked a restroom window near the same place. But if he needed to, he would just break the glass. Reaching the back of the building, he tests his first choice break-in point, and it's thankfully still unlocked. Idiots. He motions to get a boost, and he gains entry. After helping his buddies inside through the same window, they head for the side door where the bulk of the group waits to carry books out. Crossing the main vestibule, Cody notices some of the furniture has been moved. The open reading area is now void of seats. What was yesterday a room of 20 or more tables with chairs and several couches is now a single couch shrouded in darkness. I never dreamed I'd need to camp out in a library just to talk with my son. The sonorous voice of Matthew echoed in the empty room, startling the 3 young men as the lights came on. Matthew and Guinea sit on the couch. Stay here, fellas. Your buddies outside have made some new friends as well, so you may as well keep us company here, says Guinea. Grandma, you called the cops on us? How could you? I did no such thing, says Guinea. Why would I call the cops on my beloved grandbaby? I don't need the cops when I have so many friends. From every corner, from behind every bookcase, From down the stairs to the second floor came wave after wave of people. Most walked slowly on canes or walkers. A few were pushed in wheelchairs. Nearly all had signs or wore shirts decrying the practice of burning books. All were dressed head to toe in white. Son, I fought too hard for all people to have basic human rights, for you to become a force of evil in this world. Standing with the assistance of her walker, Guinea continues, I love you too much to allow you to walk this path unchallenged. You showed me this week that I was not strong enough to challenge you alone. But, dear, I was never alone. The only civil response to your baby fascism is to call it out. We are over 100 here tonight to call it out. Fascist, Grandma? What the heck are you talking about? We aren't German. We are proud Americans here to help America be the great country it once was again. This is one step in getting it back on track to greatness and keeping it that way through the children, our future. Teach them the right way, and they shall not stray. Fascism. A political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual. Grandma, just stop. A government ruled by a dictator who controls the lives of the people in that society and allows no dissent or disagreement, Matthew chimes in. From several places in the crowd we hear, government by one ruler, a small group, or a single party, authoritarianism, totalitarianism, thought suppression, government without the people. Matthew calls for quiet. A government where ideas are killed to control the people, says Guinea. The books you boys want to destroy are mere ideas. What would you have said if Thomas the Tank Engine were banned when you were 7? Thomas didn't make me hate my own country, Grandma. Teaching things like slavery is bad does make these kids question America. And what's wrong with the questioning? Without questions, America would still be a colony, or possibly never discovered at all. Questions move society, Cody. Matthew chimes in. Cody, you were asking questions that led you to this course of action. If being better informed leaves you in the same place, then we can agree to disagree. But before you do something that will forever affect your life, son, can we look at the answers to your questions together as a family? Cody, says Guinea, understand this, please. There is no scenario where you get to burn books tonight. I will not, no, we will not allow it to happen. I can't protect all the books on your list everywhere, but I can protect the ones here. How many boys are outside, son? 7. Yeah, no burning tonight. Most of us may be old, but we are bold and we are ready. You won't attack democracy tonight.